Hello to all. Welcome to Bonzer's Simply CSE channel. I am Dr. B.K. Deshpande, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, Cambridge Institute of Technology, KR Puram, Bengaluru. Today's topic is CPU scheduling algorithms. In that, I only focus on first come first serve scheduling algorithm. Before that, let me tell you about how many algorithms we are supposed to study. First one is FCFS scheduling, that is first come first serve scheduling algorithm. Second one, SJF scheduling, you can also call it as a shortest job first algorithm. Third, SRTF scheduling, shortest remaining time first scheduling algorithm. Fourth one is priority scheduling. Fifth one is RR scheduling, which is also called as round robin scheduling algorithm. Now I explain about the terms which are very important before I start explaining the first come first serve scheduling algorithm. Arrival time related to process. Okay, the time when the process is arriving into the ready state is called arrival time. Burst time, the time required for the process to execute is called burst time or CPU time. Next, completion time, the time when process complete its execution is called completion time. Next, turnaround time, the difference of time between completion time and arrival time is called turnaround time. Now I explain about first come first serve scheduling algorithm. We need to see the criteria and mode related to this algorithm. Criteria is always you have to see the arrival time of the process. Mode is it is non-preemptive. What do you mean by non-preemptive? When the process is executing, you cannot take out that process till that process is executed. So this is the table which is given in the problem. In that there are three columns in the table: process, AT and BT. Totally 5 processes are there. Corresponding with those processes, arrival time as well as burst time are mentioned. For P1, arrival time is 0 and burst time is 4. Okay, P2, arrival time is 1, burst time is 3. Now you can just see here, P1's arrival time is 0, P2's arrival time is 1. Both are different. Okay, then as name suggests that first come first serve scheduling algorithm, whichever the process comes first you have to schedule it. But when arrival time of the P1 and P2 are same, what you have to do? You have to consider the numbering of the process in the first column. If the numbering of the process is less than the next process which is numbered, then you have to choose the first process. Okay, like P1 number is less than P2 number, correct? No? So that is the nomenclature you have to follow it when the arrival time of the two processes are same. Okay, now let us start scheduling the process in the Gantt chart. Gantt chart is a horizontal chart which is used to schedule the process. Okay, Now let us like in a take the P1 process, okay, its arrival time is 0, okay, and its burst time is 4. Okay, in the Gantt chart its initial time is 0 and it completes, that means burst time is 4, P1 is scheduled. Next P2 comes at arrival time 1, okay, burst time is 3, so that 4 plus 3 from that table, 4 plus 3 equal to 7. At 7 milliseconds P2 is going to complete its execution. Next P3 comes at arrival time 2, burst time is 1, so that 7 plus 1, okay, 7 plus 1 is 8. Next P4 comes at the arrival time is 3, right, its burst time is 2, so that 8 plus 2, okay, 8 plus 2 is 10. Next P5 comes, okay, arrival time is 4 and BT is burst time is 5, so that already it is R4 is completed at 10 milliseconds in the Gantt chart, so that 10 plus 5, oh, okay, equal to 15. All processes are scheduled, okay. Now there may be a questions, okay, find out waiting time of the each process, okay, and find out total waiting time as well as average waiting time, and also they may be asked in the examination to find out the turnaround time of the each process as well as total, that is turnaround time as well as average turnaround time. Sorry. So now let us find out waiting time of the each process. P1 0 minus 0, so that look at the Gantt chart, it starts with 0, okay, arrival time of the P1 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0 milliseconds. Next one is P2, okay, from the starting time of the P2 is from the Gantt chart is 4, arrival time from the table is 1, 4 minus 1 is 3. Next one is P3, okay, from the Gantt chart starting time of the P3 from the Gantt chart is 7, okay, arrival time from the table is 2, 7 minus 2 is 5 milliseconds. Next one is P4, okay, so starting time from the Gantt chart is 8 related with P4, okay, and the arrival time from the table is 3, so that 8 minus 3 equal to 5 milliseconds. P5, okay, P5 starting time from the Gantt chart of the P5 is 10, that means what, arrival time of the P5 from the table is 4, so that 10 minus 4 equal to 6 milliseconds. So that now we need to find out total waiting time. Total waiting time should be calculated by adding all the individual waiting time of the process. It comes around 19 milliseconds. Average waiting time should be calculated by total waiting time divided by number of processes. Total waiting time is 19 milliseconds and number of processes are 5, so that it comes around 3.8 milliseconds. Now let us look into the turnaround time. Turnaround time, you have to like consider the completion of the respective process from the Gantt chart. P1, take the example of the P1. P1 is it is completed 4 and arrival time is what of the P1 is 0, that means 4 minus 0 equal to 4 milliseconds. Again P2, its completion time is 7, arrival time is 1, 7 minus 1 is 6 milliseconds. Next P3, completion time is 8, okay, arrival time of the P3 from the table is 2, 8 minus 2 is 6 milliseconds. P4, completion time is 10 milliseconds, arrival time from the table is 3 milliseconds, 10 minus 3 equal to 7 milliseconds. P5, completion time from the Gantt chart is 15 milliseconds, arrival time of the P5 from the table is 4 milliseconds, 15 minus 4 equal to 11 milliseconds. turnaround time equal to 34 milliseconds after adding individual turnaround time of the each process. Okay, average turnaround time equal to 34 divided by 5. Okay, 34 divided by 5 equal to 6.8 milliseconds. I hope you understood first come first serve scheduling algorithm. If you have any queries, please comment in my channel. Thanks for watching.